Okay, trigger bar philosopher here. Next I'm going to talk about the P365 XL, but with the Parker Mountain machine compensator on the end of it, or the PMM machine. This is a more recent version, so it comes with a threaded barrel and the compensator. You Loctite or time and Loctite this compensator onto the end of the regular XL barrel. I've heard some people refer to this as the XXL. So you'll notice, nothing in the chamber, but you'll notice it sticks out about a ½ inch from a normal XL frame. I have my Holosun 507K. I've had that on for several years. I've had to replace the battery a couple of times, but it continues to work great. So I've had it on 2 years and replaced the battery, I think, twice on it. Yeah, works great. But let's just kind of see. I was curious about how would this change. I mean, I love this P365 XL. I love the Icarus Precision Grip Module. One of the neat things about this grip module is it weighs about double the plastic module. So it gives you just a little bit more heft, not much, just a little bit more solid feeling down below, and a little bit weight down here where it helps you manage the recoil off of the XL. But it's so light still, it doesn't really impact you carrying it. So again, micro compacts are awesome, but they kind of suck to shoot. I've added a ½ inch longer barrel for a compensator. I've added a little bit more ounces on the grip frame. Let's see how it manages recoil. All right, so I've got some Remington Golden Saber bonded 124 gain plus P. This is my carry ammo. I'm going to try it out, see how it performs. We'll also do a little bit of a labradar test and see what velocities we're getting out of this normal 3.7 inch barrel with a ½ inch compensator. The compensator won't change the velocity, but I think it's important to check and see what the velocities we're getting out of this barrel. The Remington Golden Saber, 5 rounds. Got the labradar on. We'll just kind of see how it performs out of this 3.7 inch barrel. Let's take a look. And we'll also do some rapid fire. Okay, not bad. These are a little hotter as you'd expect. They're right around 1,200 feet per second, just a little under that. So I think that's pretty cool. So we saw with the another test that I did in another video with the spectre comp, we were getting around 1050. We're getting around 1091 is the average of those 5 shots on this. So every little bit inch, so that ½ inch on the basically P365 versus P365 XL makes 50 feet per second difference on this round. So that's pretty impressive and interesting to note. All right, well, let's test out some other loads and see how they perform. Next up, I have some hotter loaded hand loads. These are supposed to be pretty equivalent to this, except that they're the XTP bullet. But in terms of velocity, out of a 4.5 inch, 5 inch gun, they're getting over 1,200 feet per second. We'll see what the velocity does. Should match pretty similar to what I just showed with the bonded Golden Sabers. But again, these are my hand loads, XTP. These are my practice hollow point rounds. We'll just see how these 5 go with it and see if we get some similar type readings on the labradar. And we'll go from there. .160 with a high of 114 and a low of 110. There was really a low one, and I felt that in there that went off, that sort of throw that out. I think it was pretty similar, maybe just a little higher, except I guess it did have that. So there's on me for my consistency. But interesting, loving shooting this comp. I think it makes a big difference, but I'm actually not shooting that much better. We'll go up here and we'll just see sort of some of the my shots. I've shot about 10 shots, pretty rapid fire, not a great group. I was aiming here, maybe my dot's low, but I know in the first case my dot was kind of hot, or the brightness was turned down too low, so I turned it up, and it's patterning low and left. I actually think that that's me shooting it, so we'll see. we'll keep shooting some ammo and see how this goes. All right, so let's just take a look at this last grouping that I shot. A little bit better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inside of a fist, about where I was aiming. Again, that was the part with the Parker Mountain machine. Those 124 grain bullets that I've done, they're going at about 1100 feet per second out of the 3.7 inch barrel with the Parker Mountain machine compensator on it. Okay, next up we've got the Spear Lawman, 147 grain. They'll have a little bit higher, little bit heavier bullet. See how I'm able to group with those. See how it feels in the gun with this compensator on it. Again, just for a half-inch longer barrel, and the kind of cool thing is that most of my holsters fit. I modded a little bit of them, you know, just with the heat gun, just to get a little bit off the end on some that curled in too much. But a lot of holsters have an open end, and in this, especially if you buy them for a threaded barrel, and the compensator fits right in, so or sticks out the end just a little bit. So really interesting. Just slightly longer gun, a little bit better of a compensator, I think, than the slide integrated one on the Sig or on the Spectre comp. But I'll be honest, not tons of difference, but I think that extra barrel length makes a difference, and that might be the most important aspect of all of this. Instead of shootability, there's pretty similar, a little bit better with the comp, but the extra barrel length makes a big difference. I'm really surprised by that. Sort of generic Winchester white box, 115 grain. You know, they'll be going around 1100 feet per second in this thing again too, but again, slightly lower bullet weight, about 9 grams difference. And we'll test it out in this. It's pretty fun to shoot, actually. I'm really enjoying it. You know, these comps are awesome. They make these, you know, instead of our MAGA hats, right, and make America great again, let's make micro compacts great again. Add some fun out to the range. And the Parker Mountain machine compensator threaded barrel. Yeah, it's a little pricey. I got mine on a pretty good deal. It's a little bit, if you think about, oh, I'll take it off. Yeah, well, you're red Loctiting it on there. So maybe you'll take it off. Heat always gets things off, but it's not like a super interchangeable system. And so it's kind of like a decision. Am I gonna leave it on or am I not? I've chosen to leave it on. I'm happy with that decision. I think that extra barrel length is important. It's so we're calling it the Sig XXL, right? P365 instead of the Sig XL. It's on with an XL slide, makes that a half-inch longer. Just issues with the holster, which aren't many that I talked about. All right, well, tell me what you think about the Parker Mountain machine. I haven't had any, as you saw today. I haven't shot tons of rounds, but in my other testing and today, I haven't had a single malfunction. Let me know how it goes. Please like, share, and subscribe. Tell me what you think about this versus the XMacro versus the Spectre comp. Are you done with comps? You don't want to do them. You don't want to make any modifications to your gun. They're all good rationalizations. Tell me what you do in the comments below. I'd love to hear it. This is why I'm doing any YouTube videos, is all just to have a conversation with people about guns. I enjoy that aspect of it. So let me know what you think. Thanks. Bye.